Hello everyone. Welcome back to Lady Show English. I'm so glad you're here today. Before we start, let me ask you a question. Where do you think the future of clean energy is? In the sky with solar panels? In the ocean with wind turbines? Well, today we're going to look down, deep down beneath our feet, to discover an amazing energy source you might not know much about. In this video, we're going to explore geothermal energy, a fascinating topic that combines environmental science with practical English learning. This is perfect for improving your English while learning about important issues that affect all of us. We'll read and discuss an interesting article, learn essential vocabulary, practice useful grammar patterns, and I'll give you tips you can use in real conversations. So grab a notebook if you want to take notes, and let's get started. Now, let me share with you an exciting story about clean energy. Imagine drilling nearly 3 miles into the earth, where temperatures reach 500 degrees Fahrenheit. What are we looking for? Not oil or gas, but something even better, clean, unlimited energy from the heat of our planet. This technology is called geothermal energy, and it could change our energy future forever. Let's talk about the problem with current energy sources. Solar and wind power are great, but they have one big problem: they're intermittent. This means they don't work all the time. Solar panels need sunshine. Wind turbines need wind. But what happens at night or when the wind stops blowing? We need a reliable energy source that works 24/7. This is where geothermal energy shines. It's available all day, every day, no matter the weather. So how does next-generation geothermal work? Traditional geothermal only works in special places with underground hot water. But new technology can work almost anywhere. Companies like Fervo Energy use a technique called enhanced geothermal. Here's how it works. First, they drill 2 deep wells into the ground. Then they use high-pressure water to create cracks in the hot rocks below. Water goes down one well, heats up as it moves through the cracks, and comes back up through the second well. This hot water produces electricity. The process is similar to fracking, a technique used in the oil and gas industry. That's why news articles say companies are using techniques honed by oil and gas. The word honed means perfected or improved through practice. Of course, like all new technology, geothermal faces several challenges. Cost is a major issue. Drilling miles underground is extremely expensive. Companies need to make it cheaper and faster. Another concern is earthquakes. When you pump high-pressure water underground and break rocks, it can cause small earthquakes. In 2017, South Korea experienced a serious earthquake linked to a geothermal project. However, experts believe these risks can be managed with careful monitoring. But there's also a lot of hope. The potential is enormous. According to experts, geothermal could meet global electricity demand 140 times over. Plus, it has support from both Democrats and Republicans in the United States because it's clean, creates jobs, and uses American drilling expertise. Even better, oil and gas workers can easily transition to geothermal jobs because the skills are similar. Some companies are trying even more ambitious approaches. Quaise Energy wants to drill over 6 miles deep using special energy waves that vaporize rock. If successful, they could reach temperatures over 900 degrees Fahrenheit. While some experts remain skeptical about how quickly geothermal will become commercial, one thing is certain: the potential payoff is significant. As one CEO said, you could meet humanity's energy needs for 17 billion years based on just the heat of the Earth. Now let's dive into some important vocabulary from this article. I'll explain each word, give you examples, and show you how to use them. First word, geothermal. Geothermal. This is an adjective meaning related to heat from inside the earth. For example, geothermal energy uses heat from inside the earth. The related word is thermal, which means related to heat. Second word, intermittent. Intermittent. This adjective means stopping and starting, not continuous. For example, solar power is intermittent because it only works during the day. The opposite word is continuous. Third word, reliable. Reliable. This means dependable, can be trusted to work properly. For example, we need a reliable energy source that works all the time. The noun form is reliability. Fourth word, drill. Drill. As a verb, this means to make a hole using a special tool. For example, the company will drill 3 miles underground. The noun form is drilling. Fifth word, earthquake. Earthquake. This is a noun meaning a sudden shaking of the ground. For example, the project caused a small earthquake. It's also called seismic activity. Now let's look at some important phrases from the article. First phrase, techniques honed by. The word hone means to improve or perfect a skill through practice. So techniques honed by oil and gas means techniques perfected by the oil and gas industry. For example, skills honed by years of practice make him an expert. Second phrase, beneath our feet. This is a poetic way to say underground. For example, treasures hidden beneath our feet means treasures buried in the ground. Third phrase, around the clock or 24/7. Both mean all day and all night without stopping. For example, this power plant operates around the clock. Fourth phrase, scale up. This means to increase in size or amount. For example, we need to scale up production to meet demand. Fifth phrase, the potential payoff. This means the possible benefit or reward. For example, the potential payoff of this investment is huge. Let's talk about an important grammar point, the present perfect tense. We use this tense when talking about recent progress or achievements. The structure is, have or has plus the past participle of the verb. Here are examples from the article. Companies have developed new drilling techniques. This technology has improved significantly. Fervo has signed deals with Google. Why do we use present perfect? Because it connects a past action to the present result. The exact time isn't important, what matters is the current situation. Let me compare two sentences. Traditional past tense, scientists discovered geothermal energy in 1970. With present perfect, scientists have been exploring geothermal energy since 1970. The second sentence emphasizes that the exploration continues today. Now let's learn some useful collocations. Collocations are words that naturally go together. Energy-related collocations. First, clean energy, meaning energy that doesn't pollute. Example, many countries are investing in clean energy. Second, renewable energy, meaning energy from sources that don't run out. Example, renewable energy sources include solar and wind. Third, fossil fuels, meaning coal, oil, and gas. Example, we need to reduce our dependence on fossil fuels. Fourth, power generation, meaning the production of electricity. Example, power generation from geothermal is continuous. Fifth, energy demand, meaning how much energy people need. Example, energy demand is increasing due to AI and data centers. Environmental collocations. First, climate crisis, meaning the serious problem of climate change. Example, the climate crisis requires immediate action. Second, carbon emissions, meaning carbon dioxide released into the air. Example, geothermal has very low carbon emissions. Third, sustainable development, meaning development that doesn't harm future generations. Example, sustainable development is key to our future. Fourth, environmental impact, meaning the effect on nature. Example, we must consider the environmental impact of new technology. Try making your own sentences with these collocations. Pause the video and practice. Let's compare formal and informal ways to express possibility. This is useful because in academic writing or business emails, you need formal language, but in conversation, informal language is more natural. Formal expressions. This technology could potentially revolutionize energy production. It is likely that geothermal will expand. There is considerable potential for growth. Informal expressions. This technology might change everything. Geothermal will probably grow. There's a lot of potential here. Notice that formal language uses longer phrases and more sophisticated vocabulary, while informal language is shorter and simpler. Since we're discussing geothermal, let's learn about other types of renewable energy. Solar power, energy from the sun. Example, solar panels convert sunlight into electricity. Wind power, energy from wind. Example, wind turbines generate power when wind blows. Hydroelectric power, energy from water. Example, dams use flowing water to produce electricity. Biomass, energy from organic materials. Example, biomass includes wood, crops, and waste materials. Tidal power, energy from ocean tides. Example, tidal power is predictable but requires coastal locations. Now, some common expressions. Go green means to become more environmentally friendly. Example, our company decided to go green last year. Carbon footprint means the total greenhouse gases you produce. Example, flying has a large carbon footprint. Sustainable practices means methods that can continue long-term. Example, recycling is a sustainable practice. Energy transition means the shift from fossil fuels to clean energy. Example, the energy transition is happening worldwide. When discussing environmental topics, these sentence patterns are very useful. Pattern 1, expressing necessity. We need to plus a verb. Examples, we need to find alternative energy sources. We need to reduce carbon emissions. Pattern 2, talking about potential. The subject has the potential to plus a verb. Examples, geothermal has the potential to power millions of homes. This technology has the potential to change everything. Pattern 3, describing advantages. One of the advantages of something is that plus a clause. Examples, one of the advantages of geothermal is that it works 24/7. One of the advantages of this method is that it's reliable. Pattern 4, discussing challenges. One of the challenges or problems is plus a noun or clause. Examples, one of the challenges is the high cost. One of the problems is finding suitable locations. Try to make your own sentences using these patterns. Think about other environmental issues you care about. Some words in this article might be tricky to pronounce. Let's practice together. First word, geothermal. Break it down, geothermal. The stress is on the second syllable, ther. Say it with me, geothermal. One more time, geothermal. Second word, technique. It's not technique but technique. Two syllables with stress on the second one. Say it with me, technique. Again, technique. Third word, intermittent. 4 syllables, intermittent. Stress on the third syllable, mit. Say it with me, intermittent. One more time, intermittent. Fourth word, renewable. 3 syllables, renewable. Stress on the second syllable, new. Say it with me, renewable. Again, renewable. Fifth word, commercial. 3 syllables, commercial. Not 4 syllables. Stress on the second syllable, mer. Say it with me, commercial. One more time, commercial. How can you use this vocabulary in real conversations? Let me give you some scenarios. Scenario 1, discussing energy bills with friends. You could say, have you thought about switching to renewable energy? Solar panels could reduce your electricity costs. Or, I heard geothermal heating is very reliable and works all year round. Scenario 2, job interview in the environmental sector. You might say, I'm passionate about the energy transition and believe we need to invest more in clean energy technologies. Or, one of the challenges we face is making sustainable practices more affordable. Scenario 3, writing an essay or email. You could write, this project has the potential to reduce our carbon footprint significantly. Or, we need to scale up renewable energy production to meet growing demand. When comparing different energy sources, use these structures. Structure 1, comparative adjective plus than. Examples, geothermal is more reliable than solar power. Drilling costs are higher than expected. Structure 2, as plus adjective plus as. Examples, geothermal is not as intermittent as wind power. This method is as effective as traditional drilling. Structure 3, the plus comparative, comma, the plus comparative. This shows that two things change together. Examples, the deeper you drill, the hotter it gets. The more we invest in research, the faster we'll see results. Your turn. Can you compare two types of energy using these structures? Pause the video and try it. Thank you so much for learning with me today. Here's a quick recap. We explored geothermal energy, learned keywords like intermittent, reliable, and drill, practiced the present perfect tense, useful phrases like beneath our feet, and improved our pronunciation. Your challenge: try using at least 3 new words or phrases from today's lesson. Maybe talk about renewable energy with a friend or write about it in your journal. At Lady Show English, we share real-world English lessons about health, food, travel, business, technology, and the environment, topics that truly matter to your life. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Your support helps Lady Show English grow and bring you more lessons. See you in the next video. Keep learning, keep practicing, and keep shining.